Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video I'm going to be teaching us how to cut a long pencil skirt. In this pencil skirt we are going to be learning a lot what you don't know about it. Starting for the measurement, I'll take my measurement from my waist down to where I want my skirt length to be. But in that, I'm going to be minus 2 inches out for my band. Then I'll place my measurement in my length. My length is 45. Add 2 to 4 inches or 3 inches. I had 3 inches as allowance to it. Now we are going to be measuring from my waist to my hip minus 2 inches out. From my waist to my hip is 11. Place my 11 and I will draw a straight line. Drawing my straight line, then I will take my measurement. My waist is 42. 42 divided by 4 is going to give me 10 and half. I'll place my 10 and half there and add 2 inches allowance because I want the skirt to have a lot of allowance. Then my hip will come to my hip. My hip is 48. 48 divided by 4, we have 12 inches. Place the 12 inches. I'll add 2 inches to it. That is my 2 inches. Then I will come out by 2 inches for my hip, like so. I'll come out by 2 inches. I'll come out by 2 inches. Then I will now connect from my waist to my hip, from my hip down to the 2 inches I measured earlier. Yeah, that is the 2 inches I measured earlier. From that 2 inches, I will measure my hip is 12. I will minus 1.5 inches, make it 10.5. At the length of my skirt, I will place 10.5 because it's a pencil skirt. I'll place 10.5 there. Then I had place the same 10.5 on the allowance from the skirt. Then I will add 2 inches allowance to the 2 place. Then I will connect it. Then I'm not just going to leave this thing like that. In my allowance, I'll measure it. I have 3 inches. Then I will place it in from my length of my skirt like this. I'll place the same 3 inches there to get a straight and a perfect bending. If I want to bend it when I'm sewing it, one will not be longer than one. That is the reason why you have to do this. Then from these 3 inches, I will now connect it from here down to the 2 inches I take earlier for my hip line. Now I've connected. This is the length of my skirt. I've connected down to my hip, from my hip down to my waist line. Now we are going to be placing our dart. How to get a dart? You measure from your nipple point to the other nipple point. Mine is 10. Divide 10 into 2 I'll have 5. I place it there. Then I will go for my hip line, measure 2 inches up for my hip line. Then I will still place it to get a straight dart. Yeah, I'll still measure the 5 inches there. Then I'll take my ruler and connect the line together. Just like this. Then I will now take half an inch from the left side, take half an inch from the right side. Then I'll connect the half an inch together. I'll connect it from this point to the other point. It will look like form of triangle. Yes, like this. Now I will still do the same thing at the back side. Then I want to cut the trouser. I will not cut it from the line I make earlier. I will cut it half inch, because that half an inch I will be joining it to the band, because the skirt going to be having band. Now we are going to cut it according to the way we just connect the line with this shock. And cut the allowance. Then we are going to notch our dart so that we can able to draw it at the other side of the skirt. This is it. We are going to cut the back side of the skirt. We are going to be cutting the back. I've placed the front on the back of the skirt. We are going to start cutting it. In that side we take 4 inches all round for the zipper and overlapping from the back of the skirt, from the tearing of the skirt. As you can see, I'm measuring it. After then, I will now connect the line straight and place my the front skirt on top of the line. You have to connect it very well so that you not have one side short and the other side short, longer. Now the skirt is properly arranged. We are going to take 2 inches off from the 4 inches we measured. So normally 2 inches is for our zipper. We are going to take the 2 inches all round down to the length of the skirt. Taking the 2 inches down to the skirt, we are going to draw a straight line from that 2 inches from the zipper down to the upper of the skirt, just like the way I'm doing it now. Then you take, this is pencil skirt. You determine where you want your tearing from the back. Mine is going to be 15. When you want to measure that 15, you are not going to just measure both your allowance and everything. The length of your skirt or for your trouser, that is where you will place the 15 inches into. Then you will connect that 15 inches. You now draw a curve. You now curve it just like the way I'm doing it now. You now curve it because the other side is going to be the overlapping from the skirt. This is then from the front of the skirt, you take 1 inches, then you connect it connect it straight down to the other side, just like this. You connect it because normally our skirt, the frontal one is shorter than the front, just like the way we cut our trouser. The back one is longer than the front one in our trouser. Then you cut it off. Yes. Then don't forget to match your dart so that you can know where your dart start from. After then, you place that 1 inches that we take off, place this back and connect it down to the other one, because the back one will be longer than the front one, like this. But before then, you have to draw your dart from the back, just like the way I did it. Then connect it very well so that you don't make a mistake when you are sewing your pencil skirt. Then you cut it. As you are cutting, you have to be careful, because any mistake here when you are sewing, you're going to find out the mistake, and maybe one will be longer than the other one. You don't cut from the other side, you cut from the 2 inches we measured earlier from the zip. As you are cutting, when you get to where the 15 inches ended, you curve it, like this. Then you open it. That one is our overlapping for the back of our skirt. You open it and cut it up, and this is our skirt. This is the front. Please don't forget to notch the place where you put your dart at the back, so that you can able to fix your dart when you are sewing. This is the skirt. Thank you so much. This is the skirt after sewing. This is how the skirt look in my body. This is the back of the skirt, this side of the skirt, and the 15 inches open at the back. This is how it look. Thank you for watching. Please guys, subscribe.